Okay, so today's video is going to be talking about using AI, but it's going to be talking about using more public tools like ChatGPT, Claude, Manus, and there's hundreds, if not thousands, of AI tools being built on a daily basis, and it is out of hand already. And I'm a big believer, and I've been around long enough to look at the business behind the business. So if you see certain individuals promoting certain AI tools, just like I talk about HighLevel, and I say there's a link in the description below for a 30-day free trial. Yes, you're becoming an affiliate of mine. And what I'm doing is I'm allowing you to be able to benefit from my experiences. And in kind, when you become an affiliate of mine, what happens is, I get a monthly commission on you doing business. And the same thing happens with people recommending AI tools. Is they're getting, if you end up subscribing to that subscription, they're getting a commission every month. It's an affiliate commission. So you have to kind of be careful. Sometimes people have invested interests in those businesses and they're just promoting it simply because they are going to get a commission from it. I'm very upfront. I'm as honest as the day is long, and I will tell you as I see it. Right now, there are 3 tools that I use. 2 on a regular basis. I have the paid version of ChatGPT, and then I switched that to the paid version of Claude, and I'll tell you why. And now I'm investigating Manus. It's interesting, but I also have some reservations about how I use AI tools. I primarily don't use the AI call-out feature on HighLevel. If I was a dentist and I was using that, I needed somebody to call out and remind people about their appointments, I think that's a great tool. If I was using it to do cold calls, I think that's a horrendous tool to be using. And I would be really offended by any business who used that tool with me. So be kind of careful, even though the AI sounds really great. We can have a conversation offline about this, but to me, it's a tool that I'm very leery of right now because there is no such thing as an easy payday. You're going to run into problems with that one way, shape, form, or another. Okay, if you're in sales, you know that it's great to have qualified leads landing in your inbox every day, but boy, it can also turn on you sideways real fast. So the tools I use, I had ChatGPT. What I found was that as I was using ChatGPT, it would give me, it's really great for writing. It's really great for doing research, but it wasn't really good at giving me artifacts that I could use within my business. So for example, I use ChatGPT whenever I'm trying to, and I've got a cat over here that's trying to eat my desk apparently. ChatGPT is really great for using it as not legal counsel, but to get better perspective on reading legal documents and give you the Coles Notes or the quick version of what do I have to pay attention to here? What are my 3 biggest risks in signing this contract? So I use it in that respect or in trying to use it to, I've got one client who I have to take a CSV file from one software and a CSV file from another software and bring the 2 together, marry them with information data points, create a third CSV file, which ChatGPT does for me, and then I upload that into HighLevel. So I use it as sort of a tool in a sense where I have a good prompt, it works. Could I use Zapier or Make as a webhook? I've not yet had success doing that, and I've tried. Trust me, I've tried. And we'll maybe go down a road one day and we'll talk about Shopify and the challenges with Shopify and their open API and getting information to Shopify for your clients. So we can have a side conversation about that as well. But right now, I use ChatGPT, like I said, to build prompts inside of the system. So when I talk to the support at HighLevel, they'll quite often say, okay, what you need to do is really dial in the prompt, type what you want in ChatGPT, get a basic prompt, run that prompt, test that prompt. If you still see challenges with it, take those details back to ChatGPT and say, here's my prompt, copy and paste it in, and here's where the AI bot is getting confused. And it'll look at that and it'll say, okay, these are the 3 problems we see with that, and we're going to stop, change, and give you a suggested improvement. Come here. Yes, we're babysitting my son's cat. So if you see me looking off to the side today, it's because this one's got a list and I'm on it. Anyway, so we use ChatGPT to build prompts, to review documents, and I use the paid version of ChatGPT to do that. And then I moved over to Claude. I heard a lot of people talking about Claude, and I found the user interface in Claude and the artifacts that Claude could build to be much more helpful in my business. I'll give you a great case in point. Inside of HighLevel, they have a social media planner. So if you're going to be teaching or creating posts for your clients or teaching them how to create posts inside the software, when you use their AI tool to build out those posts, you're going to be using a tool like Canva to create the post in a template. You're probably going to have an email or a social media strategy. So on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, you'll create a certain specific type of post. And you're going to want to plan and schedule those posts. Well, what I tend to do is I first take pictures of everything. And then I go back and look at those pictures and say, what could that picture be a metaphor of for one of those 3 buckets in my social media channels? I put that picture together on Canva, and I bring that into my post inside of HighLevel. So now I've got a picture there. But the AI can create 3 versions of a story based on the picture that you're describing, but you have to keep entering in the qualifying questions all the time to guide the AI. Even though you've got the brand voice inside of the AI, you still have to give it more prompts, which I find really clunky. So I went to Claude and I said, hey, can you build me a tool an artifact that I can use that I simply have to click on one of 3 buckets. It's either my business related bucket on Monday, my resilience related bucket on Wednesday, or on Friday, a behind the scenes, what's going on in the business bucket. Those are the buckets. And then what is the intention? Is it to create impressions, create conversation, or to get a conversion? So with those 3 buckets and those 3 contexts, I basically just point form, type in a couple of sentences what the picture's about and why I think it's good. I make sure the right buckets are checked. It spits me out 3 versions of that post. It made creating social media dead simple. Claude also does a really good job of creating client-facing documents. So where I find ChatGPT will say, here's an email. It's not giving me something that's truly client-facing, whereas I can get a PDF from Claude that I could then send to my client with all of my branding on it. So huge game changer in the sense that it saves me huge time. Those tools, ChatGPT and Claude, have saved me thousands of hours of research. And then I'll talk a little bit about Manus. Manus is a new software tool that I'm using to help build mail lists. So when I'm validating that I might have an opportunity with a specific market, I can point Manus to a directory, and it will then it will pull out a contact list of the principal, the name of the business, the website. It will validate whether or not there's an active chat widget on the website. It will do a lot of things for you. But the free version has a lot of limitations. I've been able to get a list of 30 prospects when there was a list of 3,000 available. You're going to use up your credits really, really fast on the free program. I haven't gotten into the paid version yet, but it looks very interesting. It's an alternative to getting a digital list, which can be very expensive from list providing companies. So again, validate the market's real first. Use a free tool like Manus to see what you can pull, or even to get 30 companies to start with. And you can validate whether or not these clients would be, just by saying, hey, go check their website and see if there's any pixels on there, any tracking, I can't even think of the word now, tracking artifacts for any paid Google that they're doing. If helping to pay Google ads as part of your service. You can find out so much and then go ahead and base your service offerings around that. But yeah, I use those tools. And the one big thing I will say with chat and with Claude, you have to put in a master prompt. The master prompt is essentially everything that you can possibly tell it that you would honestly put on a CV if you were being 100% honest about yourself, so that it knows who you are, what you're good at, and where your limitations are. And then you have to, in the master prompt, say, and I do not want you to be complimentary of every idea I put out there. I want you to challenge my thinking, because AI tools are designed to be addictive, just like social media is designed to have you keep coming back and use it more and more often. And boy, does it ever want you to think you're the smartest thing since sliced bread, which I'm not saying you're not, but it is designed to talk to you that way. So you have to get the master prompt right so that it challenges you versus agree with you. That way, at least when you're building out marketing strategies, you're giving it every opportunity to use the big bad internet and the whole world of knowledge that it seems to have without telling you you're the best thing since sliced bread, because you're not. If you're like any of us, all you are is a regular human being. You're trying to do good stuff for the right people, and you don't want to get bogged down by doing busy work, which is unfortunately doing the homework. So I find the ChatGPT and Claude have been really great at doing the homework, reading complex documents and telling me what my risks are. And yeah, it's been really good to do that way. But you don't have to have more than one paid service. I'm with Claude right now. If I find it's not working, I might go back to Chat. But I still use ChatGPT in the free version, and I haven't hit any limitations in the asks that I have running my business. So, but I did try to install that social media artifact into Claude on the free account for one of my clients on their free account, and it wouldn't build it for them. It didn't have enough credits to do it. So that was a limitation they bumped up against not having the paid version. So that's how I use AI tools currently outside of HighLevel to help me run my agency inside of HighLevel. So again, if you are looking to be a Canadian HighLevel agency, you want to be part of our community, I've got a 30-day free download in the description below. That will tell you how you can become an affiliate of mine, learn from our best practices, become part of our Canadian community of high-level agencies. And yeah, we're all going to learn together and make this thing a beautiful thing. Thanks, everybody. Appreciate your time today. And the next question we're going to be talking about is low churn versus high churn in an agency. Bye for now. What do you think, Ralph? Was that a good one? Oh, was it super boring? I don't know. I think it was a good video. What do you think? You don't look impressed.